you've ever glanced at your young person's phone and thought, wow, their feed feels a lot more intense than mine, well, you're not imagining it. Two people on the same app can end up in two completely different worlds. I mean, one is mostly light, funny content. The other is full of outrage, comparison, or really heavy themes. And that's not because your teen is doing something wrong. It's how these systems are built. When people talk about the algorithm, they're really talking about a set of rules the app uses to decide what to show you next. It's a bit like a super fast librarian watching what you pause on, what you like or react to, and then quietly bringing you more of the same. It doesn't really care, if it's true, kind, or good for you. It mostly cares, will this keep you here longer? And big feelings like shock, anger, shame, excitement are very good at doing that. So over time, feeds can drift towards more intense content without anyone really noticing. Now for teenagers, that matters. I mean, their brains already feel things so strongly, and they're still developing the parts that help with perspective and self-control. So when they're getting a steady drip of these intense messages, it can start to shape how they see themselves, other people, and the whole world around them. Now, the important thing to remember is your young person isn't the problem here. These systems are designed to hook human brains, including ours. But there's good news too. If the app is always learning about your child, you can help it learn something different. Now, one simple way to do that is what we sometimes call a bit of an algorithm spring clean. And it doesn't have to be a big, heavy thing. If your teen is open to it, you might sit down and scroll for a few minutes, not to check up on them, but just to get curious about what's showing up. You could ask something simple like, how does this kind of content usually leave you feeling? Now from there, you can make a few small changes together. Unfollow or mute accounts that reliably leave them feeling worse. Use not interested or show less to tell the app you don't want more of a certain content. And where it's possible, hide things like like counts or views, so there's a bit less pressure to compare. You can also shift what gets fed in, following more of what actually supports your teen, like their hobbies, interests, positive creators, things that line up with who they are. It just gives the algorithm better material to work with. And alongside that, a couple of small setting tweaks can help too. Turning off non-essential notifications means fewer constant nudges to jump back in. And switching off autoplay can make it easier to step away. And if things already feel a bit off, this isn't about punishment or shutting everything down. It's about helping your young person notice what's affecting them and showing them they can do something about it and you can help. It might mean keeping a few simple boundaries in place, like phones out of bedrooms at night. This one helps me too. Or having some screen-free time in the day so their brain gets a proper break. You don't have to be a tech expert to do this well. A bit of awareness, a few small tweaks, and the willingness to stay alongside your teen goes a long way. Because over time, those small shifts can change not just what they see online, but how they feel while they're there.